I think when you look at the inflation data, I think that is really showing the underlying deflation pressure in the economy actually has further intensified, right? When you look at the number, out of all the major components, it's really just the food that's seeing month-on-month increase. Everything else, non-food, core inflation, as well as service inflation, actually all see month-on-month decline. So I think this is really showing that the fundamental of the economy is still very weak, especially on the domestic side, and there is still significant supply and demand imbalance that is driving persistent deflation pressure.
What is going to galvanize that demand? And let me focus for this conversation specifically on the domestic demand. The Chinese consumer is phenomenal and can do something that I don't think any consumer I've seen on the planet is doing, and that is save with a four handle. Over 40% of their income goes in savings. What's going to persuade them to start spending more money?
Well, I think when you look at I agree with you. I mean, the saving rate of Chinese household over 30%. I mean, that's just reflects a lot of lack of confidence, right? And also, I think when they are facing this weak labor market, as well as income growth. And also they suffer from the negative wealth effect, right, from the housing market, stock market. So I think I don't blame them for not saving. There's a lot of precautious saving there, right? So consumption, I think at this moment is really the weak link in the economy, as well as the housing market, right? So what can help them to spend more? I think the most important thing I would say is that how can you rebuild that household confidence back? One, I would say from a cyclical perspective, the government should definitely provide more support, right, to household consumption instead of continue to build up the production, and which result in excessive, capacity, right? And also they should actually support more service consumption. On the other hand, I think the household consumption is fundamentally rooted in the labor market and income, and that actually has a lot to do with the business confidence. Only when business confidence come back, they are starting to hire, they are starting to invest. That actually can, fundamentally rebuild the household confidence.